Hi class, Mrs. Calvi here. Quick review on solving proportions. Kind of went over this a little bit when I went over some of the homework from yesterday and today. Here we have P over 6. So remember, proportions are made up of ratios, and these fractions are considered ratios. P over 6 is equal to 10 over 3. Easiest way to solve is to use cross multiplication. So I always start with where the variable is first. So 3 times p is equal to 3p. And then we are going to multiply 6 times 10, which is 60. In order to get p by itself, we are going to divide both sides by 3 because we are going to do the opposite operation. And then we are going to do 60 divided by 3, which is 20. So p is equal to 20. Pretty easy when it comes to solving proportions, okay? So you are cross multiplying and then you are solving for the variable. Pretty basic. All right, so you know that you will also have word problems, kind of like the one we did the other day with homework. You can set up a proportion to kind of help you figure out your answer. So let's just say we have this word problem. Okay, so we have this word problem. It says density is the ratio of a substance's mass. I should have an apostrophe there. Density is the ratio of a substance's mass to its volume. The density of ice is 92 hundredths, and the density of ice, the density of ice is 92 hundredths. What is the mass of 3 mLs of ice? So they're telling us that density is the ratio of mass to volume, right? So if we were to write that out, density is equal to the mass to volume. So that's the ratio, mass to volume. All right. So here, mass is the G, and the volume would be the mLs. All right. So knowing this information, we can set up a proportion with what they're asking. They're saying the density of ice is 0.92 mLs. What is the mass of 3 mLs of ice? So we know how we can set up the second part of our proportion. Let me just erase and to give myself some room. All right. So now I know, based on the information that I just erased, we know that it is 0.92 grams, and that is to 1 milliliter, okay? Now they're asking, the question was, what is the mass of 3 mLs of ice? Remember what I said about proportions. Numerators need to be talking about the same thing. Denominators need to be talking about the same thing. So the information they gave us was 3 mLs. We need to find out how many grams that is. So that is going to be our unknown. Now you should know how to solve once you set up the proportion. You are going to cross multiply, solve for your unknown. So I am going to 1 times x. 1x is the same thing as x. I don't even need to write mx. And then I'm going to do 0.92. Multiply that by 3. Okay. That's going to give us 2.76. All right, so when we actually go ahead and solve that, the mass of 3 mLs of ice would give us 2.76 grams. All right, so once you can figure out using the information within the word problem and set it up as a proportion, it's pretty easy to solve using cross multiplication and solving for your variable. All right, that is it for now, and I will talk to you guys soon.